Okay, so today we're going to make a base using commands, and I've been looking around and I found this hill and I want to build it here. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to need to hollow out this hill because I think this is going to be a nice place to put the base and I want to hide it in here. Okay, so I've dug out a little area. I might make it a bit bigger. But this will do for now. So the first thing that every base needs is a door. Now, how do we make a door using commands? So I've had a few ideas. The first one works like this. Okay, so the first idea involves 4 armor stands that all have stone blocks on their heads. They'd obviously be invisible in the actual thing. And then inside the command block, we're going to execute as every armor stand that has the tag left, because this is the left side of the door, at that armor stand, and we are going to run TP at S squiggly 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 0.1, and then I'm going to copy that command block so that we can move them back afterwards. Now I want to make these repeating, but they still need redstone. So when I flick this lever, they're going to all move across there, and when I flick this one, they're going to all move across there. Now that's nice, but it has one little problem. These don't look like real blocks. If I put a stone block next to this, you can see the pixels on the stone block are a lot bigger than this, and it doesn't really hide it very well. There is one way around that. Certain blocks in the game, like sand, when you place them with no blocks underneath them, will fall. And that entity is called a falling block. So I can summon a falling block. Oh, it kills itself immediately because I need to give it the time tag. And now it'll fall. And you can see that when it lands, it turns back into a solid block. And we obviously don't want it to land. Now we don't want to have sand falling, so we're going to add comma, block, state, colon, and then in curly brackets, name, colon, and then in speech marks, Minecraft, colon, stone. And there we go, we've got a stone block, and this block is the same size as a normal block. So I think that we're going to use a mix of the falling blocks and the armor stands, and we're going to use falling blocks, and we're going to shift falling blocks across to open the door. Okay, so I will get to that. Okay, so now we have to make it so that we can slide the blocks along. Okay, so this is the very, very high-tech BlueBear logic, and if I flick this lever, it should first of all activate that for 4 ticks, and then 4 ticks later activate this for 1 more tick. So that should then in total add up to 5 ticks, which means that this should move across exactly 1 block. Let's test it out. I'm quite nervous. Flick the lever. Okay. It did not work. Why did it not? Needs redstone. Okay. It was on needs redstone mode, so I'm going to set it to forever. Aha! I know why it didn't work. So it was executing at this block, so I don't want to do that. So I want to do at S, and now it should work, hopefully. As you can see, it's a little bit laggy. It just seems to just teleport them there immediately, but it's teleporting them way too sort of jaggedy. If you look at that, I might as well just set the block there. So that is not what I want. So we're gonna have to think of another way to do this. Maybe I'll extend the pulse even more, make it run slower. That could work. I will try that now. Flick. Okay, once again, it's done it way too fast. We're gonna need to figure out a better way of doing this. In fact, maybe we don't even use just the falling blocks at all. Maybe we still use the falling blocks, but we have them riding an armor stand. Will this teleport any smoother? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so that teleports really smoothly. So maybe if we have the block riding an armor stand and then the armor stand teleports instead. There we go, it all works. So you can see that the block is on its head. I just want to test how high up is that block. Okay, so it's half a block above still. So if I were to summon the block here instead, minus 0.5, then it would be, yeah, same height as one block. I'm gonna now put this command into all of these and we will try this instead. And now we should summon them, there they are, and there's blocks underneath. And can I walk inside? I can walk inside, perfect. So this all seems to be working. I'm gonna now copy this over to this side. Right, back to trying to get them to move. Hopefully this time, this redstone circuit should work. So I'm gonna try this. And there you go, look at that. Look how smooth that was. Oh, I've just realized as well, these blocks are now uncovered, so I need to replace those with stone. How can I now fix this so that the blocks will move back if I flick the lever the other way? Okay, so I in fact have come up with a better way of doing this, and that way is when this runs, then for 10 ticks this is active, so this piston will flip this observer over here and it'll give out 1 tick which won't do anything, but when it pulls it back it'll give off 1 more tick which will activate this for 1 tick. So this is when this circuit's all finished, it'll send a 1 tick pulse over here which will push this grass block over. Okay, and these command blocks will only close the door if the block here, this one here, is oak planks, and then I'm going to have another pair of command blocks behind it that will open the door if there is no oak planks there. So I'm going to do that now. In theory this all works. In practice, that one works nice. And it shifts back. Okay, so the right door works and the left door doesn't feel like it today. There is our door in action. Isn't that beautiful? I just want to change one thing. So to activate it at the moment, we just need a 1 tick pulse to go here. And I want to activate it with, I was gonna say pressure plates, but should we activate it just if the player's near the door? So if I stand, say, if I stand here, it'll just activate it for me, it'll just open the door. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah, we're gonna try and do that. And now, yeah, okay, so hopefully this works. Let's see, if I get close enough, it should open the door. Then I walk through and it closes it behind me. Look at that. How cool is that? That is really nice. I like that a lot. Okay, so what is something else that every base in Minecraft needs? Well, they all need some kind of place to store items. So let's see if we can make some kind of cool command block storage system. And I'm also gonna liven up the inside of this room a bit because it looks a bit sort of bland and stone. Okay, so now that I've done some decorating, I think it's time that we crack on with this storage system. So we could just have a normal wall of chests like you'd have in any other base, but we want to be able to do something cool, something fun, something that you've never seen before. So I'm gonna have a little think and see if I can come up with some fun way that we can do a storage system. After a long think I may have come up with a way to do this. So this area here, this is going to be where the chests are, and this area here is going to be our control panel. You see, 9 chests just isn't going to cut it. We're going to want a lot more chests than that. So we're going to have 81 chests. The idea is going to be that this wall is going to be covered in buttons, and if I press one of these buttons, it should replace this wall of chests with the chests containing those items, and then all of those chests are going to be stored somewhere else, like over here, so that we actually keep the items. Right then, let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is clear out this space for where we want our chests to go. And there we go, that's all the chests in place. So that's what it's gonna look like here. And then obviously we're gonna have, on this wall, we're gonna have all the buttons so that you can just press them and it'll change what chests are there. Okay, I now need to clear out the space behind here for us to actually house all of our chests. Okay, so I've just created this room where we can store all of our chests in, and now all we've got to do is go up here, get a command block, and we're going to fill this area with command blocks. We can in fact now close that up. I'm going to go around here, I'm going to remove all these buttons. Now we're going to have to clone all of the chests over to here from down there. Okay, and now hopefully that should all work. I'm going to grab some item frames. I'm going to use glow item frames. I know, I'm crazy. And I'm going to begin to put in some things that we want to have. So we need to have a place to store our blocks, a place to store our redstone. How are we going to display that? You can sort of see that's redstone. We of course need a place to store our command blocks because we wouldn't be without those, eh? We need a place to store our wood, our gear, our food, our BlueBear heads, our valuables, and of course a place to store our campfires. That should now all be working. I'm going to press that button and now this is going to be our wood chest. Of course it currently has observers in, but if I'm going to flick over to our redstone chest, you can see there's nothing in there. I'm going to put loads of redstone dust in there. Nice, and I think this one I'll store my redstone torches. Now I'm going to flip over to my command block chest and there's nothing there because for some reason it didn't work. Okay, and I've actually just noticed another issue that we're going to have. When I activate these, if I put stuff in here and then I change it, it's just going to clone it, but it's not actually going to then put the items over in these chests. So what I need to do is I need to have another method of cloning it back again when I've finished filling up these chests. So when I flick it, it'll actually update all the chests. In fact, no, it shouldn't update all the chests. It'll update the chest that was just there. Yeah, so when I press another button, it will clone the previous chest. How am I going to do this? Okay, so I've done a bit more command blocking, and now behind here we've got all these repeating chain command blocks, and we've got repeating command blocks in here, and there's a lot of command blocks everywhere. But now hopefully it will work. So you can see if I set that to stone, I've got some dripstone inside here, and now I should be able to change over to my redstone quite easily. There we go. And there's nothing in there at the moment, but if we change back to stone, there's nothing in it. Okay, good. Okay, yes, it works now. The thing about command blocks is that whatever you do, there's always going to be bugs, and things are always going to be very delicate, and they're only going to work in certain situations. It's quite hard to design something that works in every situation. So we've now got our storage system and our door, and I'm afraid I think this video is getting a bit long. I'm gonna have to cut it short here. If you want to see a part 2 to this, if you want to see me finish the base, make sure to let me know in the comments. Subscribe or join my Discord if you've got any ideas of things to add to the base, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.